we're here with Chris Bess, who's just won his first ever sprint car feature race, and on top of all that, just happens to be a $5,000 all-star event. Chris, how are you feeling right now?
I'm over the moon, mate. Words can't describe how I feel, to be honest.
You decided during the off-season to make the jump from AMCAs up to sprint cars. Best thing you've ever done?
At the moment it has been. Tonight we joined the rollover club, and besides all that, having this win, I mean, the rest of the year doesn't really matter, to be honest.
You could say this win was set up in your second heat, where you just mentioned you joined the rollover club, but one of the great things to watch was the fact that you got out of the car and look, it was still on all four wheels, and you thought, well, look, there's already a lot of cars out of that heat. Was that the logic that was going through your mind, the fact that there was already a lot of cars out of that heat and just to roll around and get some points?
No, to be honest with you, when I got out of the car, I was standing there looking at it, and Paul Solomon said to me, "Bestie, get back in the car, drive it, just finish the race, get some points." At the time, I thought the car was a bit mangalated, and the stewards had a look at it and said it was okay, but then I didn't think I could get in because I'd undone my belts. But I undone my belts as the steward told me to and see the medical crew, and very grateful that I did that and not got out under my own esteem, or I would not have been able to continue.
Well, as I said, that really set it up for you, because you ended up running third in that heat, despite the damage to the car, which put you up the front there for the feature event, and from there it all just sort of came your way.
Yeah, well, it's been an awesome night, and I think I was very lucky in the second heat. Not being a really big track and big momentum, the wing probably didn't mean a great deal tonight. You could tell it took a lot of toll on the car. To believe it or not, I was actually trying to drive it like a 650 horsepower AMCA National, and it sort of paid off with the experience from the AMCAs to drive it that way.
Well, it was interesting watching that heat in that Chad Eli was behind you and he couldn't get past you.
No, I seen him kept coming up the inside, and then I was sort of flat out down the straight, full throttle, and coming into the turns I was on the brakes very hard, trying to pitch the car sideways. That's sort of my driving style when I was driving AMCAs, and it just hooked up and everything worked. And once again in that heat, if it wasn't for Paul telling me to get in the car, I don't think this night would have happened the way it has.
I've got to say, that's the first time anyone's ever listened to Paul and something good has come from it.
Yes, well, he helped me at Warrnambool, and you know, against the SRA Eureka Series, we qualified 38th fastest out of 47 cars, with him and Chris helping me with my setup. And I'd have to sort of say to them, you know, the help that I'm getting in my fifth race meeting tonight from these guys over the time has just been fantastic. I wouldn't have been able to do it without these guys giving me their input in setup.
So, as you just said, fifth race meeting, $5,000, that's $1,000 per meeting, basically?
Yeah, basically it is. I suppose if I could do that and on my 10th race meeting have a $10,000 to win race and maybe win that, it'd be fantastic.
It would be fantastic. Some other people you need to thank?
Yes, I have to thank, to be honest, first of all, I have to thank my wife for the time that she put in to helping me with this sprint car. Believe it or not, she has been very supportive. The pit crew that I have, the hours that they work during the week, just making sure the car's right and making sure it always looks good when it hits the track. My sponsors, QPL, Oil Lubricants, Challenge Waste Services, Cougar Excavations, Procar Collision Repair Centre, Selective Smash Repairs, Truck Bras. There's probably many more other sponsors on the car that I have that have all put in to help me get to where I am today, because really it's one thing to buy the car, but without the sponsors you really can't do this, I don't believe, unless you have a lot of money behind you.
So that $5,000 will go a long way to keeping the car out there for the rest of the season?
Yes, well, our budgets, we dropped down to probably, we've got about $2,000 left in the bank now, so after tonight destroying a top wing and a front wing, we can pay for that and still have money in the bank and keep doing what we love on Saturday night.
And some money left over for some beer?
Well, always money left over for beer. I mean, it doesn't matter whether we win money or whether it comes out of my pocket, you always got to have beer.
Congratulations again. It was you did deserve the win. You were there right from the get-go. You had some adversity, as you said, going upside down, came back from all that, and you're up there in the top 3 from go to woe, and mate, you thoroughly deserved it. Well done.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.